Netflix has learned that the actor held talks with BJP Minister Pon Radhakrishnan and is likely to float his own party with the BJP support in Tamil Nadu. And that is going to be huge, given the kind of popularity that Rajinikanth enjoys, not just in Tamil Nadu, but across the country, really. The question is, will he float this party, and what will that mean for Dravidian politics, which has been in a churn with the baton being shifted both in the AIDMK and the DMK over the past month to junior leaders, if that is the right word for those who have taken charge now. Is Rajinikanth prepared to throw his hat in the ring? That is the big question. This is what our sources are telling us, that he's considering floating a political party. And remember, Tamil Nadu has a history of film stars, superstars becoming very successful politicians. The people at the helm right now, Shashikala and MK Stalin, do not have that kind of a background. What will Rajinikanth's entry, if at all, mean in that scenario, in that equation? And what kind of support is the BJP talking about? Is this a way for the BJP to sort of get a toehold into Tamil Nadu politics? Those are the many, many questions that will be asked and that will be debated in the days and weeks ahead. If this indeed is true, Rajinikanth, we can tell you, did meet the BJP's Pon Radhakrishnan, and our sources indicate that this was about sounding out the BJP. The BJP plans to support Rajinikanth in his effort to float this political party. The information is very, very sketchy and preliminary at this point, and we'll have to wait for confirmations from either side. But if this is indeed true, it could be the biggest headline in Tamil Nadu politics for this year. At a time when the AIDMK government, despite its big numbers, it's comfortable in the number game, but is struggling in the perception game. Shashikala has taken charge. O. Paneerselvam, who stepped in for Jayalalitha twice in the past, has once again taken charge as the chief minister. But what kind of popularity does he enjoy? What kind of clout does he have, both politically and among the voter base, is a question that still remains unanswered. What will Shashikala's leadership mean for the AIDMK is something that is still being debated. With her husband's role at a time like this, a popular and powerful, if I may, face like Rajinikanth's entry could change the equation for everyone involved. Saurabh Sanyal, my senior colleague, joining us here. Saurabh, this really will be a blockbuster, if at all.
Well, that's right. This is possibly the biggest blockbuster that we are getting to our viewers this evening. Rajinikanth all set to float his own party with the help of BJP. That is the big news exclusive that is coming out of Chennai. Remember that Rajinikanth is an icon, and he is like a national hero for people cutting across, caste, color and creed. And with Rajinikanth deciding now to come out and float his own party, with Rajinikanth's political ambitions now coming to the fore, it remains to be seen, really, Palki, how it plays out in the days to come. But yes, indeed, this is the biggest political blockbuster, as you rightly put it, that has come out, as far as today is concerned so far.
And it will be a win-win for Rajinikanth and for the BJP if they're planning to support him. He has huge support base. His fans worship him literally in the literal sense of the word. And Tamil Nadu seems to like politicians who have been superstars in the film industry.
Well, absolutely. And Tamil Nadu has always idol worshipped Rajinikanth, and Rajinikanth possibly, whatever Rajinikanth says, literally becomes the word as far as Tamil Nadu goes. And with Rajinikanth now making his plans, known to a close circle of friends, that he's all ready to float his own party. Now, this definitely comes, as the best possible news that could have come out, to his fans in Tamil Nadu. Because we see that there has been a lot of movement in the political spectrum as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. Following the demise of J. Jayalalitha, there have been multiple voices who have come to the fore, people who have come out, Sasikala coming out of the shadow of Jayalalitha, and now this is the best, that possibly a huge surprise that has come in for people of Tamil Nadu. Surely, even what we are getting to hear is that even people very, very close to Rajinikanth, even they were not, informed of this particular decision. But yes, Rajinikanth now saying clearly that with BJP support, he is all set now to float his own party.
Right. Stay with us, Saurabh. Priyamvada joining us. Also, the AIDMK's Apsara Reddy with us. Ms. Reddy, we've just heard that Rajinikanth may be maybe considering floating a political party with the BJP support. What would that mean for your party and for politics in Tamil Nadu, according to you?
I think in India's democratic setup, anybody is free to set up their own party and, claim political office. I think it's a democratic right. And I think great that Mr. Rajinikanth is coming forward to do something for the people on a larger scale. But whether he takes that plunge and whether he makes that announcement, we have to wait and watch, because this has been impending for over 2 decades now. Every time he says he's coming, is he going to come or not? We have to hear from him. But in terms of its impact on our party, I think we welcome the move. I think Rajinikanth has always been a friend of the AIADMK, and I think it's a good move that he's coming into politics.
The BJP has also been a friend of the AIADMK on and off, and now it seems that the BJP is going to be supporting him if he indeed decides to float a political party. What does that mean for you?
I think that's the question you have to direct to the BJP in terms of what that will mean for their future. And rather, but as far as AIADMK's vote bank and in terms of support base is concerned, I think we're unfettered by this.
Well, there are reports that Shashikala has been advised to not even run from J. Jayalalitha's constituency because the voters, a lot of them have reservations about the way she has come to power within your party. At a time like this, a face like Rajinikanth being propped up by the BJP, would you believe it's damaging for you?
Not at all, not at all. I think our cadres are firmly behind us. It is a very strong AIADMK government. We've acted very sternly and firmly in all recent issues, and we've delivered even to law for the state. I think we're in a very strong wicket, but whether Madam Shashikala decides to choose R.K. Nagar or whether she chooses to stand is a decision left up to her. We have to wait and watch.
Well, winnability is also the factor. Apsara Reddy, appreciate you joining us and sharing your thoughts with us here. Priyamada, my colleague, also with us. Priyamada, before we come to the implications, let's get the facts. What can you tell us about this meeting?
Well, Newsx has exclusively learned that Rajinikanth is considering to enter politics. In fact, he has understood that there is a vacuum in Tamil Nadu politics right now. For the last 20 days, he has been holding meetings with various stakeholders. Sources tell us that last week he met BJP minister from Tamil Nadu, Pon Radhakrishnan, for more than 1.5 hours. And in the last 4 or 5 days, he has been meeting the district members, district heads of his fan clubs to find out their opinion. This apart, sources tell us that Guru Murthy is the person who is in a way in the background, who is trying to support Rajinikanth. Rajinikanth had sought his advice as well, and his views are also being taken into consideration. In fact, there were several indications for it. After Jayalalitha passed away, Rajinikanth spoke at a memorial about how Jayalalitha was a great leader and kind of a woman she was. And after that, we saw that during the Tughlaq's anniversary function that happened, he spoke about Kamaraj. At the immediately after, in the event where Narendra Modi was also present, was doing a video conferencing, he also spoke about Kamaraj. So obviously, Rajinikanth slowly and steadily started making political statements on Jallikattu issue also. He had come out and supported Jallikattu issue. So definitely sources are telling us that he's meeting 2 or 3 close political friends of him to find out, he's weighing the options, trying to find out how to go about it, whether it should be an individual party that he will launch or should he join hands with the BJP. But one thing is very clear, even if he launches his own party, he will be having the backing of the BJP, is what our sources are telling us. We also know very much that Rajinikanth shares a very good rapport with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also Amit Shah. So there's a regular kind of interaction is what our sources are telling between Rajinikanth and the BJP heads who are trying to get a foothold here in Tamil Nadu. They have been encouraging Rajinikanth, saying there is a kind of vacuum. When people could go and throng outside J. Deepa's house, who was not in the scene, political scene or in any kind of public scene for so many years, why not would the people come to Rajinikanth is a word of advice that some of the senior leaders have told Rajinikanth, is what our sources are telling us.
Priyamada, stay with us. Suman C. Raman, political analyst, joining us from Chennai on the phone line. Mr. Raman, did you see this coming, sir?
No, I don't. I still don't think he will take the plunge because, look, the BJP has been trying to rope him in for last several years, in fact, almost a decade now. And it hasn't worked. In any case, even if he does come in now, I think it is too late. He is also, gotten on in years, and also in terms of his health and so on. So I don't really think that at this stage of his career he would want to sort of take on something which is quite a difficult task. Today, Rajinikanth has no enemies in Tamil Nadu. Everybody loves him, adores him as an actor, worshipped almost. And, putting an end to all that and creating a set of people who don't like you at this stage of the career, I don't really think that this is a very likely occurrence. The BJP has been trying, and I'm sure they'll continue to try, but I honestly don't see him. And if he does it, it will be I would believe it is a big mistake.
Well, if age were a factor to dissuade politicians, we wouldn't have a lot of political leaders in India. So I would discount that. But it helps the BJP more than it helps Rajinikanth, wouldn't you say? He doesn't need any support. He is literally the biggest superstar in this country.
He is, but the important thing you have to understand is, see, people of all political parties adore him. I mean, it's not that his support base is restricted to any one caste or community or religion or. So now when he sort of gets into the hurly-burly of politics, and if he's going to be, projected by the BJP, then clearly he is going to force some of his fans to take sides. And I think that is not something that he would be, wanting to do at this stage. Okay. At the same time, there is no certainty that just because Mr. Rajinikanth comes into politics, immediately, massive, so the BJP, you must understand, gets around 3% of the vote in Tamil Nadu. So. Whereas the ADMK in the last election under Ms. Jayalalitha was getting more than 40%. So I think you have to understand the vast difference there is. And, it's going to be extremely difficult, even if he did come on board.
Right.
What kind of impact it would have. Yes, there is a huge vacuum. People are desperately searching for alternatives to the ADMK and DMK. That is very clear. But is Mr. Rajinikanth the alternative? And you were talking about people being inexperienced in politics. What kind of political experience does he have? Except that he has been since 1996, I remember, he has been threatening to sort of join politics. So that's, it's about 21 years that he has been saying he will join politics. But sort of hinting at that without explicitly saying so. So other than that, he too doesn't have any political experience.
We'll wait and watch then. Thanks very much, Sumant Raman. Priyamvada, Mr. Raman isn't very confident that this is going to fructify. And that Rajinikanth has been hinting at joining politics for more than 2 decades, but hasn't. So what is different this time?
Well, this time the only difference is he started having meetings. We still do not know till things become official, of course. But then he has definitely been holding meetings. That is what our close sources are confirming to us. Like he met Pon Radhakrishnan. He met 2 other political leaders from the state politics and the central politics. He's holding, in the last 4 days, he has been meeting his fan club presidents from different districts. So definitely, I think there is some kind of an action. There is a strong, at least thought that he's putting in, the action that he has put in in the previous years, like Sumant said, since 1996, for almost 20 years, he kept giving dialogues on movies about may or may not be joining politics or hinting at joining politics. But he never sat down and worked on it. But now looks like he's genuinely sitting down and working out the modalities, weighing the options. I would still say, obviously, he is weighing the options, but a definitive form has been given to his action and his mood to enter politics.
All right. Thanks very much, Priyamvada, for bringing us that really big breaking news.